All right, guys, welcome back. Sorry I missed last week. A lot going on here, especially with Black Friday sales. Let's wait a few minutes to let people get into the group. If you're watching this on replay, just go ahead and fast forward maybe to like a minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes ahead. You don't get a lot of chat going for the first couple minutes because it takes time for some people to join the group. So let's let some people get in here. And we can start talking about a bunch of stuff we got going on. Glad we kind of took last week off. It definitely helped. Conversation gets a little stale when you do these every single week. So, um, but just wanted to come on here this week again and join in and see who joins, and we can get some conversation going. And yeah, so go ahead and leave a comment in the bottom corner in the chat box. If you have questions on parts, we do have a brand new website that we just launched, I believe on Friday last week. Our old one is still open, but it's going to be taken offline within the next couple of days or so. But I really would like everyone to go on the news site. So the website address is www.axionperformanceparts.com. So it's not axionind.com anymore. We're doing a lot of different stuff with the website coming up. My wife's been working on it for about 6 months now, so it's fully launched. I'll also leave a video tomorrow so you guys can check out the new website. But yeah, a lot better features on there. A lot of people weren't getting tracking numbers from our old provider. So everything's through Shopify. You can do Affirm on there, Apple Pay, Shopify payments, whatever you want. Everything's live, updated through there, tracking everything. So I think as we get the site figured out a little bit more, we're also adding at least 5 to 20 parts per day. And we'll start ramping up our older Honda stuff finally, which I haven't had a chance to get to. So going into 24, it's going to be a really cool site. It's very user-friendly. I was actually navigating today on a lot of our competitors' websites and kind of seeing what I like and don't like about their sites. And most of them are pretty good, but some, what I'm noticing is there's just a dump of so many parts that don't even work for certain cars. And the nice thing about our site is I go through each and every part and manually put them on our site rather than having this database of parts that just dump into your website without working on it. And a lot of times you get a lot of parts that actually don't work on the car correctly. So I will be updating pretty much, I would say, every day new parts will keep coming online. If you guys want a part that you don't see online, just shoot us a message. I'll get it added. Because I don't want you guys not ordering a couple parts because one you can't find on our site. If you also are on our site and you don't see anything, or it's not on there, or the price looks really weird, shoot me a message, because when we do these, adding 2,000 parts manually, certain things go wrong. Some of the sale prices don't transfer over from our original site, so it can have just the manufacturer's price. So definitely message us on that. But I think you guys will like the layout. Everyone that has gone on our site says that the website is very user-friendly. So I wanted to get that across. I'm going to do a video tomorrow on it and give you guys some glimpses as to how it actually looks through one of our videos. But yeah, we usually get on here every Monday, chat with everyone about parts, shipping, new parts coming out, projects that we're doing. I noticed a lot of our downpipes have finally hit the market, and a lot of people have installed them already. The great thing is I have not had one complaint. Everything is fit perfect, and everyone just loves them. So it's been about, I think, an 8-month process getting these things manufactured, thought of, getting patents moved forward with these, and it's so cool to see a lot of them out on the market right now. We are on to our second batch that we're rolling up right now. So the next batch, if you've ordered, we'll be shipping in like 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah, we're just gonna wait, see if anyone gets on here tonight. I just kind of base every week off of how many people are in here chatting, and we'll see. I know it's during the holidays, so a lot of times people won't come on, um, but we'll see how many people we can get in here. So, oh man. So our Civic 11th Gen project, we're still waiting on that. Waiting on a flange to finish off the inlet intake kit, which has been frustrating. And then finish tuning. The problem is we're getting close to moving our business to North Carolina. So yeah, it's crunch time numbers. I don't know if I'm going to get it to the track anytime soon. So it's gonna be a week to week process and see what I can actually get done. Um, yeah, we'll give it a few more minutes. If nobody joins, then we'll just kind of probably head out of here and call it a night for a Monday. And yeah, and all our sales for Black Friday have pretty much ended. Um, PRL was the last one. Best Black Friday we've ever had as a company. Um, and thank you to everyone that ordered. If your order hasn't shipped yet, it will go out soon. Some parts are still back ordered a little bit and just waiting to head out. But yep, yeah, it was pretty good. Some of the sales kind of kill us a little bit depending on what the company does. PRL gave it 10% off this year, which wasn't too bad, but we don't get any extra off from PRL, so it kind of kills us. But thank you to everyone that ordered, and hopefully next year is going to be even bigger. Hopefully the website will be further along, and our cars will be further along, and a lot of good information and new parts coming for 24, which I think is going to be an exciting year for us as we grow. The website just has so much more potential to grow as a business. So huge thanks to my wife for working on this over the past several months. And I've been kind of going on there and checking prices and where parts have ended up. So like I said, if you guys see something out of place or it just doesn't look right, let me know so I can fix it on there. There's so many parts that we add. It's hard to really know where every single one goes. And we definitely like and appreciate the feedback on all this stuff. So right now we are approaching, we just went over 7,240 subscribers. So huge thanks to everyone pushing the channel along. Sorry we haven't had a lot of topics come up, and I haven't really posted much. We've had so much going on with Black Friday, and we're moving the business. So we've got to pack the business plus pack a house, and it's just a complete mess. But I wanted to head on here and kind of touch base with everyone, let everyone know about the new website. So I'll mention it again, www.axionperformanceparts.com. We're moving the business to North Carolina. So I wanted to be closer to a lot more of the drag racing events that I feel are a lot bigger than the ones out here in Arizona. California, I won't take a car to just because the emissions and the police are just so strict, leaving events and everything. So we'll be in North Carolina, so about 2 hours from Raleigh. So yeah, it'll get us a lot more opportunity to get to like Tail of Dragon and World Cup finals and some other events. And mainly just moving because of cost of everything in Arizona has completely got out of control. And I think it's just time to move right now since the market's kind of died down a little bit. And I kind of want to secure a house at a lower price than when everything goes back up when the interest rates go down. So yeah, I wanted to move to the East Coast my whole life. And then my wife's from Northern Virginia. So it just kind of one day was like, look, I'm kind of getting over Arizona. I think it's time we should think about a place to move to. And we both kind of stumbled across North Carolina being the place we both kind of want to be in, where it gets a little bit of seasons and not like here anyways. I mean, it does get cold, but it still looks the same outside all year round. So, but yeah, it's going to be big for us. Definitely going to be building a shop along with our the house, and hopefully have some really cool things for the next year or so coming up. So if I can get some of these cars moved along a little bit more and actually get to events, it would be really cool. But yeah, North Carolina it is. So we moved there early January. The website orders and that, nothing's going to be affected by anything. I still have warehousing here in Arizona for the next year that we'll still be using, and a couple guys that help pack parts if we need to get them out. So not a big deal. So if you've joined the chat, shoot us a comment down in the thing below, and I can respond to it if you're looking for parts or have any questions about your ride or whatever. We get on here just to talk Hondas every Monday, 6 o'clock Arizona time. So that'd be 8 East Coast, 5 West Coast. Yep. So yeah, you'll see there's a lot more stuff kind of coming out of here. I haven't hit the 11th gen yet. I'm still waiting on some stuff to get fabricated on the car. And then I have to hit the dyno. And unfortunately, we're going to be moving. So then the car's staying here. I might fly out to do a drag racing event here, because then it's being taken apart here, and a lot of the fab stuff for the new K series going in it will be happening in Arizona. So we're doing the K20 swap in there. I think in March, February, March, hopefully. And then custom intercooler, turbo, all the goodies. Hey, slow guy, what's up? Yeah, the turbo was ordered, back when you ordered, so it should be. I'm showing it shipping February 4th. February 4th. Yeah. So, and it's been that date for a few weeks now, so it should be pretty good. Yeah, if you guys want to go check out the new website, I know some of you already have. And a lot of people have been ordering on the new one. I haven't really gotten any orders on the old site, which is I guess it's a good thing. So, yep. But yeah, Andy, the Haltech harness that I have coming for the Accord, it's getting worked on, and I think next month. So I'll fill you in on how it goes, and we'll see. I think I'm doing the Haltech. It's going to be a Elite 1500 for the 11th gen with probably its own fuse panel. I told him I want to use the stock one just to keep it easier, but I just left it up to him. So yeah. So any of the previous orders, when it gets shipped, I'm just going to email you from the old site, because we're pretty much dumping the site in about a week. So I'm giving it one more week to kind of get tracking numbers back out. And if they haven't, you'll just get emailed directly from my email. Yep. So we'll have a harness that my guy can make for you if you want it. So yeah, I did the Accord harness, so that way it's better for the swaps. And then for Accord guys, if they want to use it, like, he'll just basically use the factory Accord fuse panel and make you a harness. So yeah, there you go. Already putting in the work. Yeah, but you can email, if you have a question about your order, that email us anytime at axionindustries@gmail.com. I'm always here to answer it. It's a PRL part. It's going to ship direct from them, so you get it faster than me waiting for me to get it from them, and then I just place the order with them and they ship it straight to you. So But yeah, the next month's going to be insane. So hopefully everything goes smooth. I think it's more just trying to get this car tuned and get it done. And it's a complete headache. And I don't want to have to fly out here to just spend another 600 of dyno time. Yep, the manifold. Did you see John at FK, whatever, FK, well, I don't even know what his site is. But he tested, I guess, the Prackworks one, and it made like same boost and everything with no tuning, 80 horsepower or something like that. I find it pretty funny. Some of the conversations go on like Instagram with some of the Type R guys. It's hilarious. Yeah, I follow him, but I've wanted to delete him because I just can't. Some of the stuff he says is just pretty comical, but it's pretty good entertainment. But yeah, I mean, porting a manifold and claiming it makes like 40 horsepower is just ridiculous, especially on a boosted car. It's just amazing to me how many of these people have these fast Type R's and they never literally ever take it to the track or anything. Probably just scared of the results, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, if you've joined the chat, comment in the bottom if you have questions about parts or orders or whatever. I can help you out. Yeah, I mean, ported, I mean, it's going to help. I mean, especially the runners, but some of the claims some of these people make on a turbo car are just insane. Uh, oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he knows some of his stuff. He's just a little ridiculous on some of it. Yeah, it's just going to take us some time. Adding the parts take a lot of time, obviously, and we add them all by hand. I do want to up our wheel collection. The only thing is everyone just orders from Fitment Industries. And even though I can beat their pricing, it's kind of like putting parts on that like I'll get an order a month, you know. But I think I definitely need to keep adding the wheels. It just gets so cluttered with so many different type of offsets and everything. So um, that's an option. I added some Accord brakes today that people have wanted me to sell for a while, so I finally got those added. Um, and I'm going to kind of go through some more stuff and see what else I can add. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't know how he made that much power on a head, and I'm honestly surprised with that big of a turbo because that's a pretty big size turbo for considering the outlet on that Type R is tiny. Um, and I've watched Fuzzy's Type R, and I think he's running a GTX 35. And that thing, I mean, he can barely get in the nines, I think, on that car. And that thing's stripped and everything. It has um, I think he has the Quake sequential on there too, and everything. So I don't know what he's doing good, but he's got everything figured out with that car, I guess. So now we'll see. I'm so excited to get our 11th gen with the swap, and then um, try and see if we can go out there and have some fun with these guys. It's part of the reason of moving to the East Coast. So it'd be fun to have the 11th gen there battling the Type R guys and Andy with his Accord running 10s. Yeah, I'm sure he's on N1. But we'll see. You know, nobody likes to give up their secrets. So Yeah, if you join the chat, go ahead and comment in the bottom corner if you have a question on parts. We do have a new website. The old one's still up for about another few days, and then we're converting to the new one. I think you guys will like the look of it. There's actually a link in the box down there below. So it's a new address. It's not the old one. So go ahead and go on there. If you don't see a part you want, shoot me a message and we'll get it added, because there's a lot that we got to keep updating. But yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, he seems like he's pretty much out there telling people what he does, which is, it's crazy that he's running those numbers. But I mean, with 900 horsepower, I don't see how he can't hit those numbers. So yeah, hopefully I get the red mounts sometime in January, Mark. I'll let you know when they're back from anodizing. So you'll be the first person with them. Yeah, Mark ordered some red anodized Type R mounts for his Type S. So yeah, I still was wondering the wheel setup that he has for the front, why he was on that style of wheel. But I mean, he hit some good numbers, so I'm just dying to get our car out there and start racing. It's kind of frustrating that I'm having to wait this long. I was hoping to get to the track by the 15th, and that's not going to happen. And I don't know with moving the business if we're going to even be able to get it done in January now. And so we'll see. I'll let you guys all know through all the social media platforms what the heck goes on. But got a lot of stuff happening with the 9th Gen 2. I've got everything at powder coat, so it's coming back in about 2 weeks. New coilover setup for the car and new brake setup for the car. And then pretty much just need to build the motor, build the trans, get the clutch, put it back in, and get it running. So yeah, it's going to be good being on the East Coast and hopefully getting to some events finally. Yeah, if you join the page, guys, I see a couple of you are. Do a thumbs up, like it, ask us some questions. I love to answer stuff on here while everyone's in here. If you have a question on parts, what we've got great pricing. We cover the sales tax in most states, so you don't have to pay it. I see people ordering with companies all the time. They're paying like hundreds of dollars in taxes and paying for shipping. So it can save you some money. Yeah, I think 24 is going to be pretty good. Nice. I'm supposed to be working on one with P2R, and I'm going to have them weld up the direct injection holes. So I don't know, but I need to get them ahead off. So that was the one thing I was waiting on them. I've got everything else ready for the engine to go back together and hopefully make 900. So, but I'm going to run nitrous on it also. No, I'm waiting on a. I'm actually waiting on a an adapter so I can put something back on the intake because the ECU is freaking out. So I have to get a custom flange made for the inlet pipe. And that was about a month wait, and then to get it welded back on, and it should almost be done. And then I just need to schedule a dyno appointment and get it back to the dyno. It's going to make over 300. I mean, it's pretty easy to make that with these cars with the turbo swap. So, but I am getting rid of ethanol and running full race gas. So there'll be more room for some extra power, but I've got to be careful of the rods and the head studs. No, the guys that fabbed up my inlet pipe, when they did it, I was on my honeymoon, and they didn't add the Venturi to the inlet pipe, so it threw off the tune. So when Derek was trying to tune the car, he didn't know why it was not getting any more boost, and that was why, because the venturi was taken out, which throws off the tune because it comes from the cold side of the charge pipe sensing boost back into the piping. So yeah, they needed to make they had to get a custom flange made for that and then weld it onto the pipe. So that's why I'm waiting. I haven't even driven the car with the turbo swap. It's still sitting. It's been sitting for 3 months. So, because we've been making custom parts for the car, so car's been sitting making custom parts, and then while I did that, swapped the turbo on there, and I'm just waiting to tune. So, once it tunes, it should make like 320 wheel horsepower and 310 torque. So, yep. Kind of sucked because I didn't even notice it when I went there to dyno, and we spent $650 to dyno, and then the whole session had to get canceled. So, but yep. But yeah, that was the issue with it. So that's why it only made like 250 wheel and 260 torque. So, got to get that piece on there, and then it'll be perfect. So, just waiting on that. Hopefully, I can get it. I'm headed to the East Coast in a week for Christmas, and then back here, and then drive to North Carolina in early January. So, oh, nice. Yeah, I think we've had ours full bolt on for almost 2 years now. I pretty much did everything right from the get-go. We pulled the engine out with 800 miles on it, did the clutch, took a lot of measurements on different things, and it was running like, it's not an SI, so it's got some SI upgrades, but the turbo on the Sport Touring is slightly smaller, so it ran out of some juice. But we dynoed that at 260 wheel and 300 torque, and I've been making those numbers for just around 2 years almost. So yeah, it's fun. It's a fun car. The turbo is so much more responsive, and um, definitely, the horsepower added is significant compared to the stock turbo. The only thing is you gain a lot of horsepower with the turbo swap, but you have to dial back the torque quite a bit, or as you're just going to throw a rod. So yeah, most people will dial in that sweet spot of about 300, 310 torque, and then about 310, 320 wheel horsepower. I don't know if E-Man got 400 on a stock block. I'm not sure. Most of them don't last that long. Most of E-Man's built stuff, they're all built engines. So I don't know where the 400 came from, because he pretty much did, well, at first had the SI turbo, then he fabricated the Type R turbo to work, and then he went to the PRL big turbo kit, but he did a built block at the same time. If you watch the torque, I mean, the torque is really what's going to ruin the motor, not necessarily the horsepower as much. So he might have made 400, but he probably kept the torque still around maybe 290, 300, and it might have survived. Because torque's basically what's going to break your rod. It's not the horsepower. And it's really just finding that sweet spot, of, I mean, hopefully on the race gas, because I'm going to have a lot more fuel system, we should be able to maybe make more horsepower. That's my goal. So I'm going to wait to see what Derek says. I don't want to throw a rod, because I'm basically, once we get the car tuned, I'm taking it to the track, and then the motor is coming out and I'm selling it. So, and then putting in the K series. Yeah, you just don't want much more than 300, 310 torque. I mean, that's really what's going to kill the engine. Yeah, the first thing is, don't listen to everyone talking about L15s throwing rods, because half these people are fucking idiots. they're just reading clickbait online and they don't understand the whole story of why people's engines go. Most of the time, it's because of a shitty tuner. And then you're using a shitty tuner to tune. So there's a lot of things that come into the equation with tuning these things. If you go to the right tuner, like Manolito or Derek Robinson and a couple others, you're not going to have a problem. I mean, I've been making this power for over 2 years, and I continually have people trash talk me because I still think it's a good engine. I mean, what OEM motor can make double the horsepower and double the torque and still be okay? It's a pretty decent motor in my opinion. I understand it's an L15. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, the turbos, you know, longevity wise, some are iffy, some are not. RV6 has really good stuff. 27.1 I'm not gonna even promote because they pretty much just blew us off to sell parts, so I'm not going to support a company like that. So their turbos used to be complete shit, to be honest, for the 10th gen, and I know they fixed a lot of the issues. So I don't know, but I know Derek swears by the new Gin turbo that's out because it spools a little quicker than the RV6. I don't really care about that because I'm more interested in drag racing, and torque's limited anyway, so I don't care how fast the torque ramps up. So I'd rather have the thing around 350 wheel and 300 torque. That would be perfect for me. But we'll see. The reason I got rid of the ethanol, our fuel system is pretty much going to be maxed with this turbo anyways. So I'm just running the SI fuel system now. I was running our custom one, but because I'm getting rid of the car anyways, I just figured sell it. But I'm running 108 unleaded, which will give us, there's no ethanol content in the 108, so it'll give us a ton more fuel to work with tuning. So yep. Well, I love all the conversation coming in here. Is this the first time you've been in the group, Bobby? But yeah, I love coming in here. A lot of people still, for some reason, don't know who we are in the 11th gen group and what we've done with the car. We still have, as far as I know, the world's most modified 1.5 turbo 11th gen. A lot of people don't know we've got the transmission also fully modified with a PPG. It's got an SI 2020 final drive and an SI LSD, SI axles. So we have an SI cam in there for the fuel system. I did have our Axion fuel system on there for a while, but I took it off to sell it. So yeah. And then soon we'll have the K series dropped in there so you guys can all see that. So that's coming soon. Once I get the damn thing tuned and get hopefully to the track and get a time, we'll see. Yeah, if you have questions on parts, just hit me up at any time. I'm always very honest about stuff, what not to buy and what to buy. And I hate people wasting money on certain parts and then they find out they aren't that good or they don't work or so. Yeah, but for anyone that's joined on, we do have a new website, so just go check it out. It's www.axionperformanceparts.com. I know it's a long word, but we got rid of the old one. I think it's going to suit us best going into the future. Yeah, well, Derek's going to know where the torque should be. So he just basically, when you do the E-Tune with Derek, he's going to want a list of all your parts. He knows where to keep it. But yeah, stay at E30. We were at E50 and it maxes out quick. The E30 is going to have more room to do what you want. But yeah, most likely he's going to tune your car. If you have the RV6 or the Gen, it'll be around 320 wheel horsepower and around 300 torque. So, but yeah, he knows the sweet spots right where to put it. So he's a tuner. The reason I like Derek for tuning too is because he doesn't just tune for straight numbers. He tunes for longevity and I mean, if you want him to really push the motor, he'll push it, but he doesn't do that unless you ask him. So he's going to put it right in that sweet spot where it will last. It's not going to blow right away. I mean, you don't want the thing banging off the rev limiter. Like, he'll definitely throw a rod. Yeah, the recirculating blow-off valve. Jesus. Oh my God. The other thing that I have to bring it up in here because I wanted to bring it up on Facebook, but the guy has been messaging on my Facebook and has messages me every week is the K count and all the little things that he sees on the K tuner. And he's so worried about anything out of the norm. And he sent me like a picture of it at idle and was asking why the K count's so high. And I'm like, so many people just look at these numbers, and number one, they have no idea what they mean, but they also just freak out about the smallest things. And he wanted to talk about it for an hour and a half. And I'm like, I've got work to be doing. I can't be talking about a car sitting at idle, what all your features are running at. But yeah, you don't have to monitor those things like watching them like a hawk while you're driving. Yeah, I mean, with the whole recirculating blow-off valve, it's pretty much what your tuner wants you to run, I guess, you know? Oil, 5W30. And we use Torco. That's the only oil I use in my cars, have for about 20 years. They're a smaller oil-based company out of California, and pretty much all the fastest drag Hondas pretty much have used Torco over the last 20 years. I see everyone using AMS oil or whatever. I don't see those on any fast Hondas. They just have good marketing. Torco, baby. Yep. I mean, you look at all the fastest dudes that run Torco. It's a lot of people. Yep. I swear on my Torco, I've used that in every single car I've ever had. I used to use Motul, but I mean Torco price wise and just the oil it's just perfect. We do have like the oil batches on our site if you want to buy one. I mean, I really don't try to push it because I make no money on them, so they're pretty much there just as a service thing that I send out to people. So yeah, I think I might call it a day if I don't get use the SR1. It's a lot cheaper. You don't need the SR5 unless you're building like a full race motor. I mean, I use it on ours. My 11th gen, I only have the SR1 in there. I didn't add the SR5 yet because it's like double the price. But yeah, it's good stuff. And most of the kits we have online, I send a OEM Honda filter with it too, so you have a brand new filter. Um, so yeah. So Mark, I'm not sure if you're in here. What's next for the Integra Type S? You gonna do a turbo swap or you keeping the stock turbo? Ooh, tune. That'll be nice. Good games. Nice. Yeah, if it was up to me, I would definitely get the Integra over the Civic Type R. It's just such a nicer car and it looks better. Maybe it's because I have the hatchback already and it just isn't a big change for me, but cool. Yeah, I think I'll move with some mods. Yeah, it's a brand new car. I mean, you know, you want to enjoy it, not make it too much of a race car like the Accord. Yeah. I mean, that's like the best stuff to just start with and keep it at that, especially the intercooler. I mean, these ones don't run as hot as the older Type Rs because the front's just pushed out a lot further away from the turbo and everything, but the intercooler is just so good to do on them. Oh, cool. Well, you got the right car to do it with. You just need that RV6 sway bar and then the rear camber arms. That's the setup. Like I said, I got you with all the sponsor discounts. So, 11 gen is, well, the downpipe and front pipe matter because it helps get those gases off the turbo as quickly as possible. But as far as the catback, it's really just sound. I mean, there's some nice transitions. Yes, you'll make some horsepower, but it's not like you put it on and there's 20 horsepower. So it's up to you. But the downpipe's one of the most important ones because the stock design's just so shit coming off the turbo. But yeah, I mean, I say as far as exhausts, I like the Remark because it's the most affordable one. You're not making a ton of horsepower off of it, and it sounds good. Or you could do the new PRL one that's coming out that we have, $799. There's no point to spend like $1,500 on a catback for a 1.5 liter. It's just a waste of money. So, yep. Yeah, if you have the money, Mark, do the RV6 lower camber arms. They're just so sick. I just put a set on our 11th gen, and they're really nice for the Heim joints and that. Especially if you're going to be doing like track stuff, time attack. That's what you want. And then they also have the toe arm also. So, but yeah, just hit me up. You know where to find me on Facebook. I'll send you the links if you're not sure. But yeah, Bobby, just, no need to waste money on an expensive catback unless you're just about looks, because that's what most people buy them for, I guess. I think the Remark one sounds probably the best. The PRO one sounds pretty good. It's a little louder. So, I mean, the main thing I'm about getting weight off of cars, and some of these exhaust people are buying, they're adding like 30, 40 pounds of weight to their car. So, yeah. Whatever you need, hit us up. You can find us on here, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you guys want. I'm going to probably call it a night. I got to keep packing with the wife, get the house squared away so we can get the move going. We will be back next Monday. I'm going to come back on next Monday if you guys have questions or you think of stuff. Come back on next Monday, 5 West Coast, 8 East Coast. Bring me the questions. I'm here to answer them. And make sure to do a thumbs up on the video before you get out of here. I appreciate that. And yeah, head over to the new website. Let us know what you think. Thank you to my wife for putting in all the hard work and getting it done. And I think you guys will like what we have in store coming up. If you see something that you want, but it's not on our site, throw us a message. I'll get it added and get you a good price on it. So awesome, man. Sounds good. All right, guys. We'll catch you next week. Same time, same place. Later.